Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Sparkle English, where I teach you how to improve your level of English. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to pronounce the word the. There are two different ways to pronounce the. Sometimes we say the, and sometimes we say the. I'm going to teach you the three different rules so you will know when to say the and when to say the. Rule number 1, we pronounce the with a short sound when the comes before a consonant sound. For example, the baby, the computer, the table, the child. Baby, computer, table, and child all begin with consonant sounds, so we pronounce the with a short sound. However, when the comes before a vowel sound, we pronounce it as a long V. For example, the octopus, the apple, the umbrella, the egg. Octopus, apple, umbrella, and egg all begin with vowel sounds, so we pronounce the with a long sound. We don't say the egg because it doesn't flow very well. Listen to how I pronounce these two sentences. Where are the eggs? That sounds a bit awkward. Where are the eggs? This flows more naturally. The third rule for pronouncing the is that when we want to place emphasis on a particular word, we can use emphatic the or the, whether or not the following word begins with a consonant or vowel sound. For example, I could say, I had the best time last night. Normally, we would say the before best because best begins with a consonant sound, b, best. However, if I want to emphasize the word best because it was a really good time, I could say, I had the best time last night. In the second example, I am using the emphatic the to emphasize the word best. So you can use the for emphasis on words beginning with either consonants or vowels. So now we are going to review these rules again quickly and look at some complicated examples, and then we will do an 8-question quiz. We say the with a short sound when the comes before a word that begins with a consonant sound. For example, she'll have the chocolate cake. We say the because the next word begins with a consonant sound, ch. We say the with a long sound when the comes before a word that begins with a vowel sound. I'll have the ice cream. Ice cream begins with the vowel sound I, so we say the. So here are some more examples of words that begin with vowel sounds. We would write this as the apple, but we pronounce it the apple, the elephant, the ice, the office, the umbrella, because all of these words begin with a vowel sound. And here are some examples of words that begin with consonant sounds: the banana, the dog, the kite, the television, the water. Now be careful to pay attention to the sound of the word. For example, the house. House begins with a consonant sound, h, house. However, we would say the hour because the h in hour is silent and it begins with a vowel sound, ow. So we say the hour. The house, the hour. Here's another example. Even though U is a vowel, in university, it sounds like it begins with a Y. So we say the university. However, we would say the umbrella because umbrella begins with a vowel sound and university begins with a y, a consonant sound. Another example, the European. European begins with an E, which is a vowel, but it begins with a consonant sound like y, the European. However, entrance begins with an E, which is a vowel sound, so we say the entrance. So now we're going to do a pronunciation quiz. We have 8 different sentences, and you need to listen to the words that come after the and decide if we say the or the. So let's begin. I'm going to store to buy eggs. Now this word here is store. So do you think it would be the store or the store? Because store begins with a consonant sound, it would be the. I'm going to the store to buy eggs begins with a vowel sound. So we pronounce the eggs. I'm going to the store to buy the eggs. Number 2, can I have chocolate cake, please? And the answer, can I have the chocolate cake, please? Chocolate begins with a consonant sound, ch, so we say the chocolate. Number 3, American guy is really cute. Okay, for this one, American guy, this begins with a vowel sound. So we say the American guy is really cute. Number 4, umbrella is in closet. Now in the first one, we would say the umbrella because umbrella begins with a vowel sound, The umbrella is in the closet because closet begins with a k, a consonant sound. Number 5, she's going to meeting in an hour. We would say she's going to the meeting in an hour because meeting begins with m, a consonant sound. Number 6, did you get award? In this one, award begins with a vowel sound. So we say the award. Did you get the award? Number 7, university has a great swim team. In this example, university begins with a vowel, but it begins with a consonant sound, y, university. So we say the university, not the university, the. The university has a great swim team. And finally, number 8, it's end of day. End begins with a vowel sound, eh. So we say it's the end of the day because day begins with a consonant sound, d. I want you to listen and repeat this sentence. It's the end of the day. It's the end of the day. And you can see that many times we have sentences like this with both the and the in the same sentence. Okay, I want you to let me know how many you got correct out of 8 for this pronunciation quiz on the or the. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, please click like and make sure to subscribe to Sparkle English for more videos on how to improve your level of English. I will see you in my next lesson.